In small-town America, graduating high school means one thing: a big celebration. So a few years ago, I was digging through a box of special items, and it's actually every single piece of paper I had written on in the past 18 years of my life that my parents saved. Getting ready for my graduation party, I pull out a paper star. On that star was written my 4-year-old self's hopes and dreams. When I grow up, I want to be a supermodel who raises pigs with my dad. Not much has changed, actually. I started showing pigs at the age of 5, so chores became a daily part of my life very early on. My earliest memories were made on the farm, playing with baby pigs or riding in the buddy seat next to my dad in the tractor. I played in more dirt piles than sandboxes, and the taste of well water, which is delicious, instantly brings back childhood memories. I loved life on the farm until about 6th grade, and then that changed. You see, I had become a teenager, and I just realized how fun it was to hang out with my friends. I lived for those sleepovers that took place every Friday night. Eyeshadow and boys became of more interest, and my pigs got less and less attention. So one particular Friday, I was sitting in the kitchen in a chair, waiting for a ride to town. You see, my high school basketball team was playing to get into the state tournament. It was the event of the century, you guys. My friends and I were going to dress up in our most festive orange and black gear and go cheer on our team. Go Demons. But that particular Friday, I didn't get my chores done. My dad took care of the pigs when we were at school and made sure they were fed twice a day. But it was expected for us to take care of them when we were home and on the weekends. So I'm sitting in the chair, and I hear the back door open. It's one of those doors that screeches when it opens so you know someone's about to walk in, and I knew it was going to be my dad. He walks up the steps and immediately turns his attention on to me. "Lex, how do your pigs look?" "Well, I didn't exactly see them." Silence. I knew what was coming next. "Lexi, your pigs will only do well if you work with them." Being the emotional, guilty, dramatic teenager that I was at that time, I responded, "I just don't care, they're fine." Well, that started the argument. The voices got louder and louder as we went back and forth, and eventually I had tears running down my face, but being the stubborn person that I was, the door was slammed and my dad walked outside, and I pulled myself together and went to the basketball game. You see, I hadn't seen my pigs in a while, and at the time we were getting ready for a show in Denver, Colorado. I never stopped showing pigs because they brought adventure. It meant missing school and staying up late and swimming in the hotel pool and going on road trips and meeting friends from across the country. But to make matters even worse, let me explain the Grand Champion Drive at this show. Only the top pigs make the Grand Champion Drive. And when you do, there's a green carpet rolled out in the middle of an arena. The carpet has a white picket fence going around it with potted plants. The crowd cheers as the announcer calls your name and you drive your pig out. It was awesome. So we're at this show and I wanted to win and I was living for this adventure. And I went second in class twice. You had to win your class to stay all week, so I was going back to school. I was standing watching the Grand Champion Drive on the side of the fence right next to my dad. And I watched this girl from Texas walk her pig onto the green carpet, and the crowd cheered as her name was called. And the judge picked her to win Grand Champion overall. She got this bright purple banner and this sparkly belt buckle, and her pigs were adorned with a blanket of roses. I'm not making this up. Here's the kicker. That girl, her pig came from my house. My family bred, farrowed, fed, and sold the pig to her. I could have been that girl. So I turned to my dad standing next to me and I said, I'm gonna win this. And he kind of chuckled and said, okay. And being the gracious competitor that I was, I went and shook her hand and told her I was happy for her. Because I really was. I just wanted to be in her shoes. So I came home and I worked. And at first I was working for that banner and the belt buckle and to make sure my pigs got the roses. But then I learned the relaxation and the repetition of taking care of something and doing chores every day. I learned how rewarding it was to work hard towards a goal. And then in 2010, thanks to the help of my family, I was that girl. I got the banner and the buckle, and my pig Bruno had the blanket of roses laid on him, and he loved it. I know. And the first person I hugged was my dad. 2 jobs on that star. Well, I'm 5'3". I didn't become a supermodel. But what I did do was take my passion for agriculture, and I went outside my comfort zone to compete on the Miss Iowa stage. I laugh because really the only vacation days I ever take are for pig shows and pageants. And I'm really okay with that. Now, the only bummer to the ending of this story, you can't have live animals in a talent portion of a pageant competition. Trust me, I did check. Thank you.